If you're developing feelings for a man, ask yourself, is he developing feelings for you? The answer is no, then you're not developing feelings for him, because he's supposed to already have those feelings for you to even start developing any type of emotional attachment to a man. They're supposed to have it to you first. Why? Because you are the woman and you are the prize, and they're supposed to chase you and prove themselves to you, not the other way around.
Hey ladies, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the importance of dating men who like you more than you like them. Okay, if you want the princess treatment and the big proposals and him excited to see you and my man, my man, my man, if you want him obsessed with you and be in that golden retriever setting, you have to know how to pick him and what to look for. So let's get into this video.
Man bought her that. Her man did that for her. She only has that because her man got it for her. Her man paid for that. Her man took her there immediately. Yes, he did it. My man, my man, my man. And do you want to know what? He's gonna do it again. He's gonna keep doing it because he fucking loves me.
So anyway, the first piece of advice my mother ever gave me, and I was almost 20 years old when I had my first boyfriend, first romantic interaction with a man, period, right? She said, never you love a man more than he loves you. And because my mind is so practical and logical and things have to make sense, that did not make sense to me, right? Because it should be equal. It should be fair. You love him just as much as he loves you. And the older I got and the more experience I had, I learned that, nah, she was absolutely correct. Now, let me break this down. I am not talking about when women do not have any real feelings for that man. No, at that point, she's just trifling. I'm talking about when the woman has feelings, she cares about the man, that man is important to her. That is what I'm talking about, okay? In those situations, that man has to love you more. Has to love you more, because women are natural nurturers. So him loving you more will typically equal out to you guys loving each other on the same level. And honestly, I'm not breaking it down no further than that. The people who get it, they get it. The people who don't, y'all can argue with y'all mothers in the comment section.
I really hope this reaches its intended audience. Black women who are in relationship with black men who are golden retrievers, can you show us? Black women, show us your black golden retrievers, please.
Can I have that last one back? I'm just kidding.
Black cat and golden retriever theory in relationships. If you don't know, the golden retriever is the person that is doing the chasing in the relationship, and the black cat is the one getting chased. A lot of the times in healthy, successful relationships, the guy is the golden retriever chasing the black cat. The women that are the black cats in relationships, that are the ones getting chased, tend to have more successful and happier relationships when the guy is the golden retriever. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, when I've been the golden retriever, it doesn't work out. You just don't want to be a golden retriever girlfriend. I can promise you.
So you may ask, what's wrong with being a golden retriever girlfriend? What does being a golden retriever girlfriend look like? Here it is.
And thank you to my man. Okay, my man, where's my man?
I'm addicted to this man. He like a drug to me. But he leave for so long, I start having withdrawals. Like, he my Xanax low key. If I did meth, the nigga probably be my ice.
You see how delusional these women look? And it's fine to be happy, but when your excitement and enthusiasm exceeds your partner's, you are chasing them. You are the one you're Miss Parker. You are Monique from the Parkers, chasing the professor. Like that's you. Just following up behind a man. Our history already has proven to us that 9 times out of 10, these men are going to embarrass you at some point. They're going to embarrass you or disappoint you or cross the line in some way. So with that being said, being over the top and making your whole life about them and running up behind them and hiding up under their nuts all the time, that makes you look delusional. And if people think you're delusional, you're definitely more likely to be manipulated, or at least he thinks he can manipulate you or just disassociate himself with you in some way and make you look crazy. Lotto is with a married man. He won't even take her in public. He's married. She's his mistress. He's hiding her. So for her to be like, my man, it's just delusional. So it's not attractive to be the golden retriever girlfriend.
If you're on public and he walks in front of you, he's the black cat, you're the golden retriever. If you are walking on the side of the sidewalk with the street, you're the golden retriever, he's the black cat. If you are out in public or you are on a date and you grab his hand to initiate contact, he's the black cat, you're the golden retriever. If you get your hair and nails done and you have to say, what do you think of this? He's the black cat, you're the golden retriever. If you have to check his following list, he's the black cat, you're the golden retriever. If you check his Snapchat score, he is a black cat, you are the golden retriever. If you have in your notes drafted up text messages of what you're going to say to him, pre-rehearsed, you're the golden retriever and he's the black cat. If you have to invite yourself places and he didn't invite you there, he's the black cat, you're the golden retriever. If you're initiating all the dates and paying for everything, you're the golden retriever, he's the black cat.
Dynamic that never works is when the woman loves the man more. That is a first-class ticket to the lowest point of your life. No return. Woman can grow to love a man. A man cannot grow to love a woman, point blank, period. Most successful relationships that I have ever seen, the dynamic is either like this. The man and the woman love each other equally, or the man loves the woman just a little bit more. You know, she's slightly on a pedestal, okay? I want you to think about all of the successful love stories that you have ever heard, okay? I want you to think about Pam and Jim, okay? I want you to think about how many wedding speeches and even love stories that you have heard where it's the man talking about how he met his partner and how, you know what, she kind of dismissed me and she put me in her friend zone, but after we finally developed a strong friendship, it grew into something more. Now, I want you to think of how many stories you have heard where it's the woman telling that story on her wedding day to her friends. Close to zero, because it doesn't happen. And when it does happen, women slightly feel mortified. Women want to be pursued. They just do. And so not only is this dynamic the most beneficial for you because it's going to put you into your feminine energy, your most receiving energy, but it's also beneficial to him because he is forced to become the absolute best version of himself if he is going to keep you.
I told this man go get me some snacks from the store.
You tell me what you wanted, so there you go, mama.
You need to marry a man that loves you more than you love him. And I did not understand what this meant until I met my fiance, and I 1000% understand it and will die on this hill. That if you do not marry a man who loves you more than you love him, you will be fighting for that relationship your entire life. Or even if you don't want to get married, because not everybody wants to get married, but if you want a lifelong partnership and you're not with a lifelong partner who loves the crap out of you like so much, I feel like we can see it and you can see the difference. And this also goes back to the video I made yesterday talking about where I stitched the woman's video where she said men either marry two women, their dream girl or the woman that's available, and they settle. And when they marry their dream girl, they will never ever jeopardize that relationship. And when I tell you, this is so true. If you are truly your husband's, partner's, whoever's dream girl, they will never think of doing anything to hurt you, letting you go. They will make sure that they fight for that relationship, not fight, but they will make sure that they do everything possible to make that relationship healthy, make that relationship sustainable. It will never be this, threatening to break up or, this hot and cold. It will never be that if you are his dream girl.
She was definitely dropping facts, and I feel like I need to say this. A man needs to like you more than you like him, but you cannot make a man like you. So for those of y'all who have the idea, like, I'm just going to make myself his type, you cannot make a man like you. So there's nothing you can do to earn it. It doesn't make you better than anyone else. You can't control it. He can't explain it. And it just is what it is. So you have to find someone that likes you more than you like them. With that being said, you're going to have to be patient because from my experience, the men that really, really like me, I typically don't find them attractive most of the time. I'm not going to lie. So, and I'm not saying that all these women are attracted to their men in the beginning because that's true for a lot of people as well. But y'all going to have to be patient because honestly, a lot of people, they rush things and then they end up having struggle love. And a lot of people don't realize they're having struggle love because it's not as bad of a struggle as other people. But nonetheless, it's still a struggle love.
When you tell other people about this guy, when you talk to your mom, when you talk to your girlfriends, when you talk to your friends at work, when you tell people about this guy, you to really pay attention to how you're speaking about this guy. Okay? I want you to really pay attention to how you're speaking about this guy because the way that you talk about this guy is very telling. Okay, here's what you got to look out for. If you find yourself saying a lot of, I feel like this when I was with him, I like this, I feel. If everything that you're saying starts with, I feel, oh, like, I like him because I feel this, I like him because I feel that. If you find yourself doing this a lot with the guy, you're not the black cat. You're not the black cat, and he's actually on a pedestal. Why? Because most of the time, that is literally just your anxiety talking. It's literally just your anxiety talking. Because you should never, ever be saying, I feel. No, it should never be I feel. It should be, he did this. He did that. He said this. He said, I make him feel this way. Because he said this, I was like, oh, I like this about him. Okay?
Actually want a golden retriever boyfriend, you cannot be impressed with any material goods. That includes jobs, job titles, awards, etc. I don't care if that man was president of the United States. It is the most regular job you've ever heard of. In fact, you haven't even heard of it because you yourself also have an impressive resume. So of course you'll be around someone of his caliber, duh. Also, when you are around him, be an interesting person. Have something interesting to talk about. Don't just hang on his every word. And speaking of that, if he tries to give you delusions of commitment very early on, don't feed into it. You can say things like, I think we should just take things slow right now. It's not that hard. Speaking of which, you should not be on a 24-hour or 48-hour date with this man. You don't have 48 free hours in your schedule. What are you doing? We spent all night talking, or we just spent the whole weekend together. That is not a flex. Have a life outside of this man. There's no reason why you should have that much available time. Also, let that man talk, because the more he talks, the more he likes you. And also, the easier it is for you to figure out if you even like him. 9 times out of 10, a man will talk so much, you will want to keep your panties on. So engage in the conversation, listen to him, be attentive, and then as soon as he is out of sight, he is out of mind. You aren't calling, you aren't texting, you aren't FaceTiming, you don't have time for that, you're busy, remember? You have a life outside of this man. And when he thinks, oh my gosh, we had such a great time and she hasn't called me, what's going on? He's going to call you and ask you another date. It works like a charm.
Is independent. Golden Retriever is dependent. Let's use Vanessa Hudgens as a little example. Even though she seems like the ultimate black cat, the ultimate femme fatale, like dark femininity, even in the way she looks, in her past relationship, she was a golden retriever. That's why it didn't work. If you're with the wrong man and it's the wrong dynamic between you two, you end up being the loyal golden retriever that's getting played. You can see it even in the body language. Look how she's clinging onto him. She's so smiley. She's so happy. When you become so loyal, so naive, so reassuring, so loving, you're transforming your man into the black cat. Look at him. Look at the confidence on him. Golden retriever, black cat, bothered, unbothered, dependent, independent. They looked happy, but guess what? She probably didn't know when this photo was taken that he's gonna leave her for somebody 10 years younger in a few weeks. This is exhibit B. He is the golden retriever for her. This man has an energy or something about him that lets her rest. This queen can finally rest in her dark femininity. She can finally become the unbothered, independent queen, and he lets her shine. He is not threatened by her. He doesn't need to compete with her. He doesn't feel bothered. He doesn't feel threatened. He can let her shine. And he turns into the loyal golden retriever that just adores and worships the ground she's walking on. Man needs to be the loyal golden retriever that is loving and caring and compassionate and reassuring, doesn't feel threatened by their wife, which is the powerful, independent, mysterious, sexy, unbothered queen, the black cat. Now,
Being a black cat or a golden retriever is not a category based on your personality. It is a category of rank in the relationship. So if you are the golden retriever, you're the one that is going to apologize first. You're the one that's hanging on them. You know, some of these women make having a man their whole personality trait. If that's your whole personality trait, you are lost. You're following up behind him. And that's not how it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, they get treated the worst because they actually believe in unconditional love, which stop doing that. Nothing is unconditional. Everything comes with conditions. And that's what the black cats understand.
You're broke. You're broke.
And remember, the more that you love yourself, the more that he's going to love you. The less time that you spend on him and the more time that you give to yourself, the more time he's going to want to give to you. Be busy, stay busy, don't call him, don't text him.
If you like him more than he likes you, run. And I mean fast. Because that relationship is going nowhere. Sorry. How do I know if I like him more than he likes me? If you're asking that question, you like him more, niece. Sorry, Stink.
What I fucking do, man. It's what I do. Got one more shot. It's what I do. It's what I do. I do.
Are we eating or not?
She's a black cat, he's a golden retriever.
This guy is your main focus, so you are always readily available to prove to him that you are the one. Time to rinse. You're like a task rabbit, readily available for duty. Always. Why? Because you find value in being around them, even if it only benefits them. You don't know how to say no, and honestly, you don't want to, because you're afraid that if you do, he's gonna reject you completely and not want you. The black cat has self-respect. She doesn't think that she has to prove her worth because she knows that she's worthy. You have to schedule time in advance to see her because she's not always accessible, and he knows this. He knows that she's hard to come by, which makes him want her even more. He doesn't ask anything of her because he doesn't want anything. All he wants is for her to show up as her higher self, and she always does. Number 2, you are a follower. You are following this man around the house. You follow him around the city. You want to go wherever he's going. When he has to go out with his friends, you want to go. You always expect to be invited or want to be invited. And when he leaves the house without you, you get sad. These are also traits of an anxious attachment style, which usually stems from low self-esteem, mistrust, or abandonment issues. A black cat can do bad all by herself. She has her own friends and her own activities. She doesn't feel the need to be wherever you are because she does have things going on. Black cat knows she has nothing to worry about. Even if she's not busy and she's sitting at home, she's not worrying about him and she's not worried that she needs to be with him because she knows that wherever he is, she's on his mind, she's in his heart, and he will come back.
And just so you know, men understand that this is how they're supposed to treat you. They understand that they are supposed to be the golden retriever boyfriend. So when they are anything less than that, they're surprised that you're even sticking around. And then that's when they start treating you even worse because they're like, I can't believe I got the job without having to do the actual work. And they're paying me. So I'm finna milk the clock to see how much I can get out of her. And unfortunately, it puts you in a bad situation. So if they're not treating you top tier, just cut it off altogether. Don't try to teach him and get stuck into that whole mindset that let me show him. He already knows. We all live in the same society. We were all taught the same things. He understands. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments. If you like this video, let me know. Don't forget to like and thumbs up the video. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Never dated golden retrievers, so these are my secrets. You need to be so busy and so consumed in your own life that you don't even notice this man. I don't care if you have nothing going on, make something going on. Take yourself on a solo date. You don't have any money? Go to a park. Journal. It is totally free. The journal isn't free. It's linked to my bio, but the park is, so you can sit there. Also, be working towards something. Be ambitious. Have a goal that you want to achieve. I don't mean you need to be climbing somebody's corporate ladder, but you could be working towards something. So maybe you've never run before and now you want to run your first 5K, and by the end of the year you want to run a half marathon. Something. I don't care. Make a consistent effort to take care of yourself because literally who else is going to do it? You need to be going to the gym. If you don't have money, it is totally free to jog around the block. You can do that. You have no excuses. When you take care of yourself, mind, body, soul, spirit, all of it, it shows. Do it. And last but not least, do not call that man unless you absolutely need something at that specific moment. Don't text him, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm thinking about you. Shut up. That's stupid. Don't do that. Instead, you call him when you need something. If he does not answer and then he follows up with you later, hey, I was doing something, whatever, be like, oh, another man did for me. I don't care who that man is. Just say another man took care of it for you. He will never, ever miss your phone call again. Even if he has to answer in work, he will still call you. And remember, none of this is faking or mind games. If you are so obsessed and consumed with yourself, if you have a life of your own, you aren't faking it. You are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing in life, focusing on yourself. So do that.